Jamal Khashoggi, a Saudi journalist and a Washington Post columnist, was critical of Saudi Arabia and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's policies. He was allegedly killed and dismembered on October 2, 2018, in the Saudi consulate in Istanbul by men with close ties to the highest levels of the Saudi government and bin Salman. Although the CIA has concluded that the Crown Prince personally ordered Khashoggi's murder, US President Donald Trump has signaled he will not take strong action against Saudi Arabia, a key US ally, or its Crown Prince, despite pressure at home and internationally. Before Jamal entered the Saudi consulate, the killers were recorded. They reportedly said, quote, "The body is heavy. First time I cut on the ground. If we take plastic bags and cut it into pieces, it will be finished." At the end of the conversation, the others ask whether the sacrificial animal has arrived. End quote. At the time of this recording, Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth fund owns approximately $1.9 billion worth of Uber stock. Please keep all this in mind when you watch the upcoming interview with Uber's CEO.
I want to ask you about Saudi Arabia. Last year, you chose not to go to the big Saudi Arabian government's investment conference after the murder of Jamal Khashoggi, and you said that you wanted to wait for more facts to emerge. We're now at a point subsequent to that, the CIA has assessed that the Saudi government, including the Crown Prince, had a role in that murder. You also decided not to go this year. Did you not go this year because of the Khashoggi situation?
We had a board meeting at the same time.
Well, that's convenient, but you're the CEO. You probably could have rescheduled that.
We scheduled board meetings years and years ahead. It wasn't...
Would you, if your board meeting had not been that day, would you have gone?
I don't know if I would have.
You also, Saudi Arabia is your fifth largest shareholder. You have the head of the Sovereign Wealth Fund on your board. Do you believe he should stand for re-election to the board?
I think he's been a very constructive board member, Yasser has. And I personally have valued his input greatly. It's up to him whether he wants to stand for re-election.
But from your opinion, he represents and works for a government which you believe had a role in the murder of a journalist who was a U.S. resident. Should that person be on the board of a U.S. company?
I think that government said that they made a mistake.
Well, they made a mistake and somebody's dead.
Well, listen, it's a serious mistake. We've made mistakes too, right, with self-driving, and we stopped driving, and we're recovering from that mistake. So I think that people make mistakes. It doesn't mean that they can never be forgiven. I think they've taken it seriously. And from my standpoint,
the CIA didn't suggest that they made a mistake and that it was an oversight. Like with self-driving, that was basically a bad sensor, correct? This was the CIA suggested that the Crown Prince had a role in ordering an assassination. It's a different thing. You guys didn't intentionally run somebody over.
I didn't read that part of the CIA report. You're obviously deeper in it. But I think from a Saudi perspective, they're just like any other shareholder, right? Now we're a public company. Anyone can invest in our company if they choose to do so. And they're a big investor, just like you could be a big investor as well.
When you're a billionaire, suddenly assassination becomes a mistake on par with a failed sensor in a self-driving car. This is the power of money, when a man in a suit can sit across from someone and proclaim that the brutal murder of a journalist is just a mistake, and do it with a straight face and expect to be taken seriously. We all make mistakes, right? That bone saw was nothing more than a big fat mistake. He doesn't give a crap about Jamal Khashoggi's family and friends, who were left behind after their loved one was hacked to pieces for speaking truth to power. And his claim that they, as in the Saudi royal family, are taking it seriously. Well, Khashoggi's body has yet to be found. The prince continues to deny that he was personally involved in the ordering of the assassination, and the trial has been shrouded in secrecy. If that's taking it seriously, then the word seriously no longer has any meaning. And to be fair, Uber's CEO isn't the only one to place money over human life. President Trump also cited America's multi-billion-dollar arms sales as a reason not to get too tough on Saudi Arabia, saying, quote, "Saudi Arabia is a big buyer of American products. That means something to me. It's a big producer of jobs." End quote. When it comes to Trump and Uber's CEO, as well as many other people with power, money means far more to them than human life. Khashoggi's murder is nothing but a road bump to these people. Something they want forgotten so that they can go back to sucking the money out of our pockets and exploiting their workers. Talking about exploiting their workers, one MIT study found that the median profit for Uber and Lyft drivers was a measly $3.37 per hour. 3/4 of drivers earned less than minimum wage, and about 30% of drivers were losing money. The takeaway? This man is a ghoul. This man was a hero who was tragically murdered, and we should all stop using Uber's services. Oh, and in case it wasn't clear, Fuck this guy. That's it for this video. Please let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Take care and cheers.
You take me home, invite me in. The lights go down and we begin.